And Ambition sure seems like a nice guy, doesn't he? I've heard he's such a sweet fellow. Well, there is SK Telecom, and
all right, okay. Trash talking is over. I got other things to look at now. Okay, so let's close this one. Let's get right into picks and bans for game 1. First, I need some music. I'm not turning down nothing more. You just don't do that. Okay, so SKT1 is starting with EasyHoon and Tom in this game. So these are... This isn't Faker, duh, and this is their new jungler. So SKT1 is kind of like letting them get some playoff experience, so they're not coming out guns blazing just yet. I think that the best lineup for SKT might be, at least going into this series without seeing how Tom plays in this series, it would probably be Tom and Faker. Just off of seeing what Tom does, he seemed really good. But that said, I don't know how this is actually going to hold up. We haven't seen Tom in a high pressure situation before, like a semi-final game, and in a best of 5 series. So I think reading on Twitter, I think they pull Mbengi in at some time. But this is an okay lineup. I think if you put out Faker, it might be SKT1's best lineup, assuming that Tom plays at the level we've seen him before. Other than that, yeah, they're bringing Mbengi. Okay, so trolling pick. Let's look at the bans. Okay, so CJ Entus is pulling out the Cassiopeia ban. That's because they're up against EasyHoon. That's one of his favorite champions. Banning away Lulu from Marin, and they're also banning away Kalista from Bang. So they don't want to give up the Ken and Kalista thing. SKT1, on the other hand, is banning Mad Life's Thresh. They're banning Ambition's Rek'Sai, but they left Nidalee up. Not sure about that one. I haven't kept track of what Ambition's been playing really well. And then the ban like Coco's LeBlanc. That's a good ban, but Coco's got a lot of champions. He's got Jace that he can still play. I don't know how well Jace actually fares in this meta.
Getting that coordination down with a champion with a kit that unique can be challenging. I'd love to see it, though.
We'll have to wait a bit longer to take that magical journey, I guess.
Well, people have been taking the magical journey over in LPL, but it really hasn't been working out very well.
The journey's turned into a nightmare.
I'm not convinced anybody really knows how to play it as a team yet.
It's going to be really tough, for sure. So maybe this Gragas pickup, Ambition well, but this would, of course, leave the new open for Ambition.
Okay. So they first pick Urgot. That's safe. You can flex it between Coco and Space.
Yeah, Gragas is so strong right now, though, and he does put some early pressure down.
Yeah, still.
And Hecarim doesn't surprise me at all for Marin. Go ahead, get him on that champion. It's been available.
Okay, I got the jump ability now. Are they gonna lock in Sivir instead? Okay, so they get Tom onto Gragas, and they take Sivir for some engage. And then this will let them see what CJ Entus pulls out in terms of jungle. I gotta go out to some lunch in an hour, and then I'll be back and I'll finish up this VOD review stuff. Okay, so they're looking to they're hovering over Nautilus for Mad Life, the support. It's another hook champion for him, and Nautilus is really good support. Okay, so they take it. So Ambition locks in Nunu for himself. Okay, so we have to see what the rest of CJ comes out with. But it looks like both sides looking like a very 5.5 patch composition. It's 5.6 in this patch, actually, but 5.5 is the birth of Cinderhulk. And that's what caused a huge shift in the meta. Okay. I'm gonna make sure my volume's good on everything.
We haven't seen Rise pick a 3 in a long time, but that doesn't mean it can't happen now.
Alright, so SKT still gets their hands on Hecarim, and they also grab Janna. So this comp so far has a lot of disruption in terms of displacement, like physically moving the enemy composition. They have Gragas ultimate to scatter everybody, they have Hecarim ult to get the fear off, they have the Janna to blow everybody back. So there's a lot of like disruption. So I think that they need to complement that kind of composition. They need a, let's see, I'm trying to think of the mid laner. Having a mid laner with like a massive AoE that like requires grouping the enemy together wouldn't be too good. Orianna would actually be okay with Hecarim just because Hecarim would run into the comp and then she could ult them, and then like Gragas could like just, you know, kind of like pull them in and blow them out. But having a single target mage so that they can like, while everybody on CJ is dispersed, they can go in and pick off the the couple of squishy people that are going to be on that team. Which, looking at this pick of man so far, it's just going to be Space and maybe Coco. Alright, so it looks like it's going to be a battle of the Smite top laners. Whoa. Okay, okay. Yeah. Alright, so you have... Okay. Urgot ADC, Azir mid, Shyvana top, Nautilus support. So it's nice to see some Azir play, actually, again. I've been missing this bird. I've been missing our Lord and Savior, Shurima. I'm not sure about Vladimir. He'd be a safe mid laner to go against the Urgot. He would be able to sustain through all the harass. Yeah, looking at the summoner spells, I think they're going to lock it in. It gives them more magic damage. They already have a lot of physical damage with the Hecarim and the Sivir. Okay, so they're going to lock it in. So the only issue with the Vladimir pickup is that Gragas and Hecarim are going to be dispersing the enemy composition, whereas Vladimir wants them kind of clumped up so he can get spell rotations off. It's still a good pick. One thing I want to know, though, real fast about the Vlad. Well, listen. But Vladimir mid is really good. Okay, that's passive. Okay, all sources.
See how it works out. It's definitely going to be hard to use properly, that's for sure. You really have to make sure that your timing of your ultimates are good to maximize your damage.
Well, CJ, on the other hand, I'm really curious.
Okay. So they take increased damage from all sources. Okay, so Vladimir, if he can get the enemy team kind of clumped up, or if he can get his ult off on a couple of people in a fight, while then Gragas and Hecarim dump their burst and sort of get the outtakes off, then that's going to be really good. Yeah. And yeah, that's another thing to consider. If you look at CJ's composition, they got a lot of, like if Urgot gets isolated, he can just swap himself around. So there's some ability to shift the fight around. There's also Nunu to zone. So like when Hecarim, like, you know, if Hecarim's trying to run in, Nunu can just drop absolute zero and then just like cut Hecarim's engage down to nothing and ruin a lot of his movement speed. And then Azir also has all of his soldiers to harass and poke as well, because this composition actually doesn't have a whole lot of wave clear to it. I mean, Sivir has a lot. Sivir has plenty, and Gragas can also help with that. But then, you know, that's like your only range wave player. Vladimir has to get fairly close to the wave. Hecarim, it's Hecarim, and then John doesn't contribute to anything. This composition, though, has a lot of control because they got the Urgot, who can use his spells to clear the wave, and then the Azir with his soldiers to zone and stuff. That said, you know, this comp has really low range on towers as opposed to this one. I mean, they're both pretty low, but this one has less range. So that's what we're looking at. Alright, how's this level 1 going?
Went back underground. Now he's like down there telling everyone else how inspiring it is, and the boss calling him up to, you know, dance a little bit.
All right, lane swap coming in. Bang and Wolf wanting to head.
I need to look at the level 1.
Mars will be starting at Grump alongside Tom.
Alright, so nothing too fancy. They both sides just place kind of preliminary scouting wards. Sivir Janna does not want to lane against Urgot Nautilus. That's just asking for a beating, so they're gonna lane swap into the top side.
Giant enemy crab god.
Nope, Ambition will give them up, so uses that smite. So CJ really wants.
Alright, so Ambition used the smite to get the auto attack clearing from the Krugs, but then donated them to his bottom lane. And then, yeah.
He just couldn't bring himself to do it at the end. You know?
Wolf can kill Wolf.
That's what it gets up to.
I would.
That's why Warwick is wanted in the Wolf Kingdom.
Seriously, man. How messed up is that they made a wolf a jungler that kills wolves? Coco exhaust.
Okay, so they use the exhaust. Okay, early flash out of Coco. A lot of damage on the Coco. That's going to give Easyhoon a better time in lane. And if you look at what Easyhoon has for his items, he start with boots and health pots. This is going to let him move around.
I'm actually surprised that Coco burned the flash.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why he flashed either. It's not like they had any more CC coming after that. He could have just ghosted away. No, not ghosted. Barriered, like Monty said. I looked at Easyhoon summoners. But now, Coco's a little more vulnerable to gank, so, and he's up against a Gragas, so he's going to have to be more careful in the laning phase.
Wow, and either Mad Life's Nautilus or Wolf's Janna will receive their first loss ever tonight. They're both undefeated on those champions.
Ooh. Alright, yeah, so now, if you see what Mad Life's doing, because they have this lane swap, now Mad Life is coming in to try and Ambition as well. Okay, so they force the pool, Mad Life misses the hook. But they do get Ghost out of Easyhoon. He used Ghost for it, so that kind of gives him some vulnerability. So at the very least, Easyhoon lost some safety in lane. But Vladimir losing his Ghost when he still has Slash isn't as big of a deal. And see, that's like how safe mid lane Vlad is. He gets to run those two spells, and then you have to like burn them both before you can have a shot at ganking him. But even then, he still has his pool. But yeah, that was a really good rotation from AdLife to actually leave bottom lane, because it's already in a freeze. Hecarim's not going to be able to do anything against Urgot right now at this point, and then just go mid to even up the summoner spell count. If he hit his hook, he would have gotten Easyhoon's flash. Because Ambition was there as well, and Coco could have come in to follow up. Alright, now Tom is coming around to mid lane, so Coco doesn't have flash. Only problem though in this gank is that Tom is the only CC coming in, and there's Ambition. So Vladimir can't really follow up, and now Tom's going to get some harass.
He's like, every time this happens, I feel like the jungler is secretly saying I've made a terrible mistake.
It's funny because Vlad is of course so weak in
Oh, Tom. Good job. Ground buff. Okay, so now Ambition, this is really smart from him. He knows that Tom is low, so he's able to just freely move into his jungle and get a trinket down. So, and then Tom is pushing his limits on farming. This is really cool to see. Both junglers haven't backed yet for their items, so they're going to have a pretty hefty buy. It'd be interesting to see if they get Sightstone first or complete their smites. Tom gets his Chilling Smite, and he picks up the Ruby Crystal. That could either be towards his Cinder Hulk or towards the Sightstone. Ambition still gets time to farm, though, because Nunu has such great sustain. Okay. Top side, nothing happened on there. Shyvana and Hecarim are pretty much both getting equal amounts of farm. And lane swap. Sivir has quite a bit of a CS lead, actually, over Urgot. That's about a wave. Marin is going back. He's using his smite to farm the jungle camp. That's one thing that's really great about these. Or another thing that makes these smite top laners strong is that they can, if they're pushed a tower like this, they can just go back into the jungle and take additional farm. And it's worth, like, Gromp's like, what, 60 gold? That's like 3 minions. I haven't seen if Shyvana has done that thing. It kind of looks like they've just been in lane. Alright, so now, challenging smite. Well, Skirmisher Saber's in. Marin teleports topside. Shyvana, instead of getting the smite, picks up the Brahmi Cinder. Nunu does the same thing as well. He buys a ward. Okay, so Ambition's actually picked up more vision for his team, whereas Tom has just gone for straight battle power. Control versus ganking. Okay, so they find Mind Life. Ambition's there. Hemoplague. They're just going all in for this. Oh. Oh, what a baller. And there's Bang coming up. Alright, so they got that kill. Tom's on level 6. Easy Hoon burned his ulti. No flash use. Bang flashed to get into range for his ultimate, looks like. Let's look at that again. Okay, so what was Mad Life doing? Okay, so here's Mad Life. Okay, so Mad Life's roaming up by his own. Ambition's not with him yet, so this is really dangerous for him because he doesn't know where Tom is. And Tom actually happens to be right here. And so, yeah, they get this information, and then Tom and Easyhoon move to collapse just as Ambition's coming in, though. And Bang's he's pushed in bomb lane, so Urgot is forced to deal with this while he goes up here. And Shy is walking the lane. But he's not level... No, he is level 6. But there's no really good place for him to TP to. So they catch him here. Okay, no, so Bang ults back here. Okay, so forced to run around this wall. Tom flashes there. When did Bang flash? Alright, he flashes right there to try and get the last auto attack on Mad Life. So 2 flashes, 2 ults for a kill. They force the ult out of the Azir. And they get Mad Life's flash. And Ambition's flash. It's really good. Yep. Oh, Tom, you are playing with fire, my friend. No, he's got the sustain. Alright, so now at this point, Shyvana is going to start proxy farming. And so she can actually move into SKT1's topside jungle. Because she knows Tom is bot side, there's no way you rotate it up. So, and if you actually saw the map right here, I'll point it out. So you have Azir and Hecarim, he has time before this minion wave gets to tower, and it's going to be full health, so he can, like, you know, he can wait before he loses some minions. Shyvana's getting a CS lead a bit. He actually hovers over here to stop Shy from going to farm Krugs. So, and then, with him contesting that saying, if you do this, you're going to have to fight me one-on-one. And Shyvana doesn't have her challenging smite yet, while Hecarim does. So, Shy is forced to just back off. Hecarim's going to get the CS at the tower, and he catches right up in CS. because she just cleared away faster than he did. So now, while he does that, now he's going to secure his own Krugs to stop Shyvana from taking them.
Probably subtle scaling advantage to CJ Entus, but not by a whole hell of a lot.
We didn't see like any of these top lane stuff in the finals of NALCS. I don't know if we saw it in EU or not. And I'm talking the finals. I know we saw some of it like throughout the semis and stuff. But like that just shows you like how like quickly these Korean teams adapt to the meta.
You have to be so careful about that against top teams who can't play the map so well. Those little mistakes, there are very specific timing windows where you're less vulnerable to collapses like that. And if you're coordinating
Tom is getting a bit of a CS lead over Nunu.
SK Telecom,
I think Nunu's just been donating more of his time to
they're very good at collapsing
warding.
for Sivir recently. In fact, building comps based around creating picks with Sivir. Bang, of course, had that huge game against the Demon Tigers.
Ambition grabbing the red right before Tom gets in.
Yeah, Tom's looking to actually counter jungle.
Got it.
Smited it away. Wow.
Oh wow, Tom got it. What a baller.
Good. Ambition smotes a little early.
Nunu's never expected to be counter juggled, so
Superior now, don't we?
yeah, Tom's doing really good this game so far. His ganks have been okay. The one gank, well, picking off Mad Life, that was kind of given to him. Oh, okay. All right, now there's no additional follow-up, so and Wolf's there, so they're just gonna disengage. Tom able to get the crab.
A little bit lucky right there.
Tom's been doing really good rotations for farming all those things. Okay, now Shyvana's gonna be Shy's gonna be looking for Krugs, but Hecarim's already farmed them. So Shy's next move is just gonna be proxy the wave. Bottom lane is going okay, even CS pretty much on both sides. Mid lane's pretty good. Okay, so now we got Tom here again. They hit Mad Life.
Well, the ultimate use, but it's spell shield by Bang. But there's a nice knock-up. Mad Life turning around to try to get over.
Okay, then Shy immediately teleports in.
Shy came down as well.
That's bad.
Shy managed to take out Bang. Tom, in the meanwhile, running for his life.
That's bad. Can Tom get out? Oh, this is here.
From the dragon pit,
The
gets him
Coco.
over the wall. And CJ can just transition.
There's no... Yeah, Hecarim's TP is on cooldown right now.
Not teleporting right there, actually. So
Or...
It looks like.
And your credit cards are all snapped in fucking half.
Kill over the wall.
Is that up or not? It looks like it's on cooldown.
Go, Bang. Tom, in the mean.
The backlot of your failed movie.
Yeah, it looks like it's still on cooldown.
Without your permission.
Knock up. Mad Life.
Yeah, okay, if you look at Shy's TP, how bright it is compared to Marin's teleport is still on cooldown. This is actually huge. SKT1 should have had timer on Shy's teleport and known that Marin's is down, so going for this gank is risky because Marin cannot answer it.
To try to get outwork position for Reverser.
Shy.
So Shy comes ults on in. Marin can't teleport into that bottom lane fight. So at this point, though, Bang gets the right thing. He just goes all in. But this kill going on into Shy is really bad because the thing with these Smite top lanes is that they snowball incredibly well just by farming. And if you get kills onto them, that's just going to accelerate their scaling. So Tom and Wolf do a good job of splitting. Then Coco also gets a kill, which basically helps him take the edge over Easy Hoon, who just has an assist.
Not teleporting right there, actually. So CJ able to turn it around quite quickly. Not sure what was going on in terms of, we'll have to see where his positioning on the map was for that one, but not responding to that
It was on cooldown.
aggressive attempt there from
If you can.
SK Telecom. No follow-up.
Oh, you know, the ward that SK Telecom has in that bot lane seems like it'd be in a very good place for Marin to pop out of as well, too.
Yeah, Marin was there.
Surprising.
And look at that, too. I mean, Tom missed the explosive cast. That was pretty important as well. And then Shy.
And then, yeah, Space just does the precision reverser. And then look at this. He's like full health.
Marin tried to stop Shy from teleporting down,
Yeah.
but he wasn't able to do it. And so Shy had already gotten off a full teleport before Marin could even start his. And I think that's why he chose to not go.
That's smart, especially because everybody was already back under.
They didn't see the teleport cooldown.
So don't necessarily want to waste that teleport. At least now you can have
No.
opportunity for the next 5 minutes or 4 minutes or so to
Yeah, say Monty and Doa missed that Marin's. I mean, and they can't go back like I just did.
They're still behind on gold, though.
Yeah, no, that's a completely different read. So, they're talking about, like, oh, maybe he just decided, like, he wasn't in a good spot to do it. Shy's already gotten off, so, like, he wasn't going to instantly follow it. But no, really, it was SKT going for this aggressive play when their top laner didn't have teleport to answer Shy. So that's what it really was. It was SKT making a big blunder, and then, oh my gosh, the damage rate. But the baits. Oh, that's bad. The ult. Oh.
Wow.
Okay.
I didn't even know you could jump that wall at that point. Oh, meanwhile,
Oh, and then it looks like Bang got hooked.
knocked up.
So now they're actually trading onto space, which is good. This is at a point where Sivir's Boomerang Blade is going to have a lot of damage to it. Yeah, that gank went really bad.
And Wolf still is in 6, which is why they couldn't actually pursue that, as well as Mad Life having the depth charge just come off cooldown right there.
Yep. Oh, there's the
Oh, really good. Really good
used on the bank.
from Bang.
Nope, not.
That was a really good reaction from Bang with the spell shield.
Otherwise, I don't think Mad Life would have thrown his ult right there, but worth a shot.
Oh, easy.
And then Easy Hoon, I mean, this is Vladimir. Like, you can just walk him to the lane, take all this harass, and then heal. It's Vladimir. He's got his Will of the Ancients already. Merlin Hamilton from Coco, smart. Urgot's got his Muramana building up. Sivir is sticking with an Avarice Blade to try and improve their scaling with the extra gold. For the next little bit, that's a common move for ADCs who'd go either Infinity Edge Ghost Blade or Infinity Edge Static Shiv. Wolf is... Oh, that's bad. Oh my god. He burns everything and he still dies. There's no point in trying to stay for that ward without backup. I think they just assumed that CJ was so low on mana and stuff that they just backed, but they just went to do Krugs. Yeah, they just move for Krugs, they take it, and then when they see Wolf here, he just gets immediately caught. And then he flashes so late. Like, he holds his flash. Like, the moment that he blew it away, he should have just burned flash to get out. Because because Space then lands his poison and slows him, and then he's able just to flash follow. Yeah, no, you can't contest vision alone like that. When I do that in solo queue, it's bad. Alright, so yeah, Easy Hoon getting hurt a little bit. The one thing with Azir into Vladimir is that actually you don't have to get close to Vladimir to trade with him, so you don't take the harass from him, so you kind of remain no. Alright, and then, okay, so Marin then goes into the red side, or into the blue side jungle, and he starts stealing camps, and he gets this vision down. So, this is like where the smite top lane is going to go hard. And then Shy goes in, so that both junglers are kind of like, clear lane, go to each other's jungle, clear lane. But when you look at what Marin's done, he's set up all this vision. He's got vision of the lane, so he can see if there's like if someone's gonna come through the lane to gank him. This is a huge bit of information they got. While Shy doesn't have, okay, he's got a yellow trinket, so he could have gotten some wards down. He's got like one, I think that's a ward from Coco, or even Ambition. But look at this, like Tom, I think Ambition took that camp, and then Shy took that camp. He's only got one camp up here, and it's his red. That's just brutal.
When things are even, it sure is fun to watch. Yeah, Easy Hoon, he doesn't have that wave clear in the early levels really to do much.
Yeah. So Azir is looking really good against the Vlad, as long as you don't just all in like an idiot. And then Coco keeps his pressure. Yeah. And so he's got one ward here to see this rotation, but he doesn't see if they loop around here. But then at the same time, his bottom lane starts pressuring this, so then see SKT's bottom lane is forced to stay here. And they pretty much know that this is just a farce up here. So this is actually like him just like smartly applying pressure. Like, and he can only do this because his bottom lane is pushing in. If his bottom lane is being pushed out, he would have to retreat. So this is really good use of waves.
How hard and aggressively they drove home leads, Stella.
Yeah, they closed really
beautiful closure in those games. Didn't waste a lot of time. Tower dove exactly when they had just enough power to be able to pull it off, and didn't give Jin Air any breathing
Alright, so there's... Oh, yeah, okay. So there's Marin trying to get some vision down on the Shy. And now that Marin's forced to deal with the minion wave, Shy is just gonna... Yeah. Okay, Shyvana's developing a pretty big CS lead over Hecarim. It's 20 CS. And Coco's out farming Azir by the same amount. Urgot's got a 15 CS lead, so far CJ is getting a lot more CS. They're being able to push some of the waves into towers. Like, Azir can push Vladimir under tower, and then Vladimir has a hard time farming. Then Urgot and Nautilus have such a presence in lane because Urgot has 1 kill and 2 assists over Sivir's 1 and 1. Plus he's got armor now with the Glacial Shroud, so he's becoming harder for Sivir to trade with. Sivir completed Zerga Greaves second. Alright, Shy has teleport. Both teleports are up, but Coco and Coco and Space are too far away, so they just give up a dragon, but that's no worries. It's the first one. Now Hecarim, the one thing with Hecarim top is that, or Smite top, is that you delay your Trinity Force build, and so you lose a lot of your split pushing pressure. Because Shyvana just has great damage without any damage items. And oh my gosh, look at this. Hecarim is just sitting on Merc Treads. Okay, well actually that's a difference. He completed Merc Treads with Home Guard, because Hecarims do that. That was a really good way from Tom to burn the ultimate. Here comes the teleport from Marin. Shy teleport to a minion, Marin teleport to a tower, so Shy's teleport, or Marin's teleport's going to be up first. But yeah, they just use that to disengage the fight. Vladimir's rotating. And let's see, Vlad has his midway pushing. Okay, they isolate Ambition. Okay, bangs there. Shy gets the flash out of bang. There's the precision reverser on a Vladimir who just pulls it. Marin goes back in, pushes space forward. Now he doesn't have his repositioning tool. These are really good team fights. Then the Azir ult pushes them back after all the crossable gap goes to go through. And then space. 1-1. Oh, and Tom backed already? Shit, Tom wasn't.
You have to be very careful, of course. Tom didn't have his ultimate up to stick around in that fight. They are going to be punished with a tower and a blue buff loss.
Ooh, that's a really good rotation from CJ. Yeah, let's look at that fight. Okay, so Tom's waiting here to... Ambition shows himself, so Tom goes here to wait it out. And so he body slams over the wall, they go on a Nunu, Janna misses the knockup as well. Sivir gets Ricochet up and they start to hit Ambition. Ambition moves forward to get his absolute zero down. There is Shy's teleport. Okay, and by the time the Shy's teleport's completing, Marin starts his. And meanwhile, this is forcing SKT off of their tower. And then Shy comes on in and this lets CJ retreat here while Marin comes in. Had they followed at the same time, CJ would have had it back earlier. Okay, Coco's rotated here, Vladimir is on his way over.
No way for SKT to really respond to that, though, because Coco's able to walk there without the mid-lane turret.
Alright, so then Tom backs, and now this tells CJ, hey, we can go hard. EasyHoon comes on in, he flashes and ghosts, he gets the team up playing off on one member. It's not good. You need a lot more people with it. Bang gets CC'd. Then Wolf, really good exhaust here. Bang, forced to flash and heal out of that. They try to trade, and then here we go. Space has a position reverser to pull Vladimir in, but he just goes pool right in time. And now that Space doesn't have his position reverser, there's Marin going in, trying to push him up into Bang, and they even smite. But now Marin's right here, and he doesn't have a lot of resistances. He just has Cinder Hulk. So then they go right into on him. They're able to pick up the kill on him. So if it wasn't an Urgot they were up against, that would have been a potential pick right there. But Urgot's just too tanky to be immediately blown up at this point in the game. Especially when Hecarim doesn't have a Triforce. That's a problem with the Hecarim Cinderhulk top, is that you delay your Triforce and that just removes so much of your damage. And if you look here, Hecarim, he doesn't even have the ability to go for Triforce now. Because he donated his laning phase to getting this item, and now he has to go for this. And this is going to be building to a Frozen Heart, and he's not going to make a use out of this Cinderhulk right now. That's just not good. Hecarim with Smite top is good, but you still need to find a way to get your Trinity Force in there. Honestly, I think you can sit on the challenging Smite, delay your Cinderhulk, and get Triforce. I think you can legitimately do that, because then you have the Smite that you need. You get the extra gold out of it. You don't need the burn clear from Cinderhulk, and you're not going to be building enough health early on in order to make it worth.
Against the composition that SKT is running with Hecarim and Sivir, and Sivir just picking up the Infinity Edge right now, still not going to be very close to any kind of arm penetration. Going for the tankiness as opposed to damage.
I'm going to speed this up, because I need to make good use of my time. So SKT1's going to take some time. They're going to take Bomb Tower. CJ's going to group mid, push it in with the Vladimir. Mad Life's going to roam, get some vision down, while Ambition just pairs up with Coco to give him so much attack speed. And Shy outpushes Marin just because Shyvana's wave clear is so immense. So Marin's forced to just, he's just forever stuck in top lane. But Marin's teleport is going to come up a cooldown before Shy's will. So there's a play that SKT1 can make, and Hecarim has Home Guard teleport. That's another thing that happened, is that Marin teleported when he wasn't in base. So CJ is just going to siege right here. And you can see that there's not a whole lot that SKT can do about this. This is actually also really smart. So they're having a 1-3-1 split push going on. They're using the Azir and his soldiers to zone away SKT1. They're going to use Coco to buff him so that he can harm towers more. And then Urgot can't be dueled by anyone because he's building armor. And Sivir and Hecarim are both lacking in the damage they need right now. SKT's hovering, trying to get an angle, and it's not happening. Coco is just able to escape. Okay, so they burn some ultimates onto Izahun, trying to get a pick, but he doesn't even use a summoner spell to get out. But they get this pressure here, and they're going to take this mid tower, just brute force it. And meanwhile, Marin is just forced to deal with this Shy top, and he's losing these trades. He doesn't have the damage to really harm Shy at this point. Then CJ's just going to rotate over, start juggling tower aggro. Okay, hold on, there's a fight right here. Okay, this is bad. That was bad. Tom went in when he's the only person there. That's not good. And so then he just gets... That was bad, Tom. Okay. That was like the worst play I've seen Tom. Like, there's like Marin backing right there. Yeah.
And Coco's gonna pick up that kill.
You can't do that. You just have to. You just have to ult them away from the.
Yeah, he should have just ulted.
That was a solo queue hero move right there from Tom.
Just throw your ult out to buy
Yeah.
time for your team to show up.
Yeah, Hecarim backed. He has Home Guard and he had teleport. Like, had he done that, saved the tower, he could have chunked him a little bit, and then maybe SKT1 could have got in position to re-engage. But Sivir was going bot.
Really having a lot of trouble. All their wave clear except for Sivir is melee range.
Yep. Yeah, CJ has a really good sieging comp, and they have a split pushing that can't be answered right now. Urgot has Frozen Heart, and Sivir's just sitting on Infinity Edge Avarice Blade, so there's nothing that they can do. Marin takes red, burns his ulti though. Shy's doing a really good job. I don't know how strong Shyvana is with Cinderhulk as opposed to how strong Hecarim is with it. I know they're both good with it. I honestly think Shyvana has the edge, just because she has % health damage in her kit, so she doesn't need a damage item, whereas Hecarim does, because he doesn't have that. So then Shy's just going to go topside while SKT1 tries to contest this dragon. They pull in Marin, and it's actually really good for them because Marin doesn't have his ultimate, so they're playing off of his cooldown really well, punishing it. And then Shy, with his teleport up, is able to come on in here. Then Easy Hoon gonna try and get out. They split really well. So SKT1 is disengaging really well. But given their comp, like that's what they do. I wanna go back and look at that. So how does the fight start? Alright, so they hook Marin. Shy's top and they see two people in mid lane. So this is a 4v3 for the moment. So they pull Marin in, and they're trying to CC him. Janna ultimate used really early just to disrupt the Nunu ultimate. That's upsetting. Gets a bit of a heal on Marin, but he has to move out of it. Coco, Tom goes for Coco, but Coco's able just to push him off. And look at how good that ultimate is actually. Now Azir can just like there's no way that anyone on SKT1 can get to him. So now I can just use his soldiers and freely auto-attack them. This lets Space pick up Tom. John is forced to flash. Shy dives for bang. Turns onto Easyhoon, smites him. And then Space flashes the wall. Really good spell shield from Sivir so that Urgot can't just spam. Drunk Doa. Yeah, that too.
Really hard. You have to get that damage down. As you know, to go gentle and go, if you use it incorrectly, it is hard for Vlad to get that AoE. That Evo play kind of have to open up with that in a way. Yeah, honestly, that's kind of the weird part about this comp. I feel like easy sort of help.
Yeah, see that's what I was talking about with Money and Doa going over right now is that Vladimir doesn't fit really too well in his composition. He's a good pick and he's in the good spot, but there's not a lot of clumping that happens with this team, so he can get these huge ultimates off. Because when these guys engage, everybody gets dispersed. So Vladimir can only hit a couple targets with it, and then those are the big cooldowns are gone. I don't think that Vladimir was the best pick. I think LeBlanc might have been okay, but that was banned, and Easyhoon doesn't play it. I would consider that. And Cassiopeia was bad. Right, and here we have to talk about Tom playing in like matches that don't matter. So Mara now does have teleport advantage, but instead of going against Shy split pushing, he's gonna go into bottom lane, try and match pressure elsewhere. Sivir, okay, Muramana completed for her, got 25 around that time. Shyvana backed and she got a Warmog, so that's so much health. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that's so much health. That's almost like another 200 health just out of that item. With the extra Cinder Hulk. Oh my gosh. So yeah, okay, so here they are. So they know that Shyvana's back at this point because she disappeared from lane and she was at half health. So Marin goes for this teleport play. So CJ groups here. So this is smart from SKT1. Marin comes for the flank, using his ultimate. But then just look at this. The second he gets into range, boom, instant position reversal. This just completely stops that engage. Hecarim loses the movement speed. Space gets to disengage away from SKT. Oh my gosh. You can't flank Urgot. Really good disengage as well. Easyhoon trying to get some damage down. Oh, Bang trying to get in to finish up Coco. Marin does come up and get the kill. Okay, so really good focus onto Coco. Shy is still not there, but he's about to show up. And there he is. There it is. They just couldn't get it. And Space is so healthy at this point. Randuin's. They're focusing champions at this point. Oh my god. Shy. Marin's comeback. This would be the first top lane pentakill in OG. Nope.
Oh man.
That would have been the first top laner pentakill, I think, in OGN. There you go. What is this game?
Okay, a little bit too pentakill crazy for TJ there.
Still, I mean, you can see how much of a threat these Smite top laners are.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
the big game. Let's check that one out.
Alright, okay, so here comes the fight. Tom, his ultimate's still up.
5 people
He could have ulted it space into his team.
in the late game.
Let's look at this.
And let's check
Tom's not playing too well. He did okay early. Okay, but let's look at this. So Tom,
one out.
okay, so here's Urgot, who is position swapping, reversing, and he's gonna go over to Hecarim. You should just throw your ultimate right here, because then Urgot has no way to reposition in this fight. You have 4 people right here who can pick him off and kill him.
Yeah, I mean, they have 5 people. They know it's a 5v4. Shyvana's
They should have pulled that trigger.
He is down, so they really want to engage this.
Mhm.
Watch Bang's flash right here.
Yeah, Bang did a really good job flashing. He gets onto the Hemoplague, plagued Coco, and gets the extra auto attack damage needed to bring him down low enough so that Mara can just ult over and kill him. He even smites him for swag. Okay, but now Tom is chunked. His ultimate is still up. Is it? Or did he use it? There it is. Look how late that ultimate is. And he uses it right there. Come on, Tom, man. He could have ulted when Space was right here. Knocked Space into his team. And then they could have killed him. And then Space wouldn't be around for this part to help Shy do this huge cleanup. And look how much damage Shy is doing without any damage items. And how little Marin does. Shyvana just does more damage without damage items than Hecarim. Hecarim needs extra items. Yeah, I think that they should have focused turret.
Instead, they get a bit greedy. Quadra kill for Shy, and then actually 3 kills in total for Marin over the course of this fight with the double at the end.
Marin
Yeah.
did great under the turret at the end there. He knew Shy was getting a bit greedy, and he really took advantage of that, and it got him another 2 kills.
SK Telecom, I think, really did overcommit to that fight, though. They had an advantage, wanted to use it, got some.
That's actually a quadra for Marin as well,
Taken that tier 1 turret
I think.
away.
He got Coco, and he got Mad Life. He killed... Yeah, it's like... I think that was like a double quadra kill for the top laners.
That said, Shy's Shyvana ults have been incredible.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what happened. Hecarim didn't have any kills before that fight, did he?
Mid lane. Good pressure.
Yeah, his kill counter just got reset. I want to look.
Man. Quadra, it will. Whoa, Mad Life.
Full pressure on these turrets.
Yeah, both top laners had no kills, and they both got 4 kills in that fight. Marin's was just so spaced out that it didn't count as a quadra. That's fucking hilarious. And here you go. So Hecarim has only 1 health item, while Shyvana has 2.5 to go with the Cinder Hulk. So you can just see how much more health Shyvana has. It's 1, 2, 3, almost 4,000. Marin has almost... It's like 3... I can't read it. The numbers are a little too blurry on this image. I only got 8 minutes until I gotta go to lunch. Shit. Okay, so the split pushing continues. So yeah, CJ's playing to their win conditions very well. They siege with the Urgot and the Azir, using using Ambition's Nunu to empower that, while Shyvana just split pushes. SKT, they also have a split push comp, but Easy Hoon can't split push against anyone. And look how he's 0-1 and 3. He hasn't done much. Tom, this game has just been really bad. Okay, so they go for this fight. Simple disengage. So they take 2 ults out of him. Marin backs to get the home guard follow up. Alright, so they're going to use this to establish more vision around Baron. They're going to lose the red buff. Alright, and they're just going to keep the pressure up.
really not overcommitting to much this game.
Yeah, they're playing it out very
Now, look at that. They went through all that jungle and they didn't get any deep wards. I don't know if they just didn't have any or what.
The one thing they did
That was a really good opportunity to get some, though. Then you could go for really safe Baron. SKT's trying to match pressure. CJ sees Marin. Okay, Shy has teleport now, so he can just split push.
Marin again, king of CJ's Bronx.
Yeah. CJ, so conservatively right now that they might have a
Yeah, Hecarim really needed the Triforce.
We'll see if they play Ari. I think that'll be the...
Okay, hold on. Vlad's got 2 items. Azir has 3. He's completed his zonies. That's huge for them. Urgot pulling Last Whisper. Bang was able to catch up. He also has 3 items completed. He's working towards probably a Bilgewater Cutlass next. Righteous Glory for Nautilus. Nunu's got Cinderhulk, Locket. He's working towards a Frozen Heart next. Shyvana, this team is just so tanky from CJ. Holy crap. Locket from Tom as well. But he's like, he doesn't even have a Glacial Shroud compared to Ambition. And he's down 20 CS. He had a CS lead in the early game too. He's just been kind of busted up. Hecarim gets a Thornmail now. But Shyvana also just got hers. Oh, my Lanta.
Top lane showdown right now. You see our top laners having the most money in the game out of anybody.
Yeah.
to their top spot where you can go in and you can be a top laner and you can be a jungler at the same time.
Why limit yourself to one? Just one position.
That's right, yes. Yeah, I've been trying to support and carry like this entire time.
You have to build challenges like Nautilus early though, that's the thing. Take your skirmisher saber and then just all the
Then you can start counter jumping after you kill them. Yeah, I think it's a great idea.
Nautilus might support.
Alright, Mark going into a very late Trinity Force, choosing to build.
Yeah, see, there it is. And look at that. Look how late that is. It's 34 minutes in. It's going to help his damage out a lot, but he could have done so much more pressure and, like, probably kept Shy down a bit just with the extra damage.
I don't know if SKT can come back from this though. They have to catch somebody out.
Yeah, 3,000 gold lead in favor of CJ. 3 dragons up.
Too damn tanky now. This Sivir, I fear for Bang's life.
Well, CJ really knows at this point, too, that all they need to do is just play it out safely. You know, they don't need to take any risks. They gotta keep pushing and wait for the opportunities to come through, you know, when Dragon spawns. Which will be pretty soon, minute 30. As we see the split push with Shy.
Shy has been such a monster on Hecarim and Shyvana. Saw well he played against Janera. It's the same thing here tonight.
Yep. There's a little bit of wording from SKT.
Okay. What's CJ doing?
So after all that action, now these people are like, whoa, wait a second. We have to actually just dial it back a little bit.
Okay, dragon's up in a minute, so CJ's probably going to look towards that. Yeah, I think it's smart for them. They don't have the risk of Baron play yet, so unless SKT overextends and they can get a pick, then they can move into Baron, but until then, CJ can just continue to take some towers. This is the last Adder tower for SKT. They're trying to get it. But then they're going to have to, like, take Baron at some point in order to break through into the base of SKT1. Whoa, that is so far away. But it's Hecarim. He's going to be there in a couple seconds. He comes... Alright. Trying to slow this down. So Marin just comes in. He teleports here. He rolls in. He hits Coco. Chunks him for a bit. Coco just burns the ult. And now here's Marin is zoned by those people. Space is up here zoning Tom. He's actually like soloing him. No, there's Tom. It's easy who he's soloing. Shy comes on in. No teleport from him yet because he was there. Shy's waiting to get a really good ulti. Yeah.
Was the hero in that fight.
Mhm.
Prevented Easyhoon from getting anywhere close to
Yeah.
AoE damage, even though he popped that ghost early.
Yeah.
Incredible choke control from Space during that team fight. Really, really well done.
Yeah, Q is right here, stopping Easyhoon from coming in.
It's Dragon number 4, and now is the time when you're like, alright, it's going to be really...
Alright, Hecarim doesn't have teleport now. Everybody had to back up, but SKT, look at this. They're already moving in to secure vision for Baron. Oh, but now, okay, no, why would you do that? Why would you go for that blue buff? You got the vision on Baron, so you can see it. Now's the time to back off. You still have Hecarim ulti to work with. Now you're going to have to burn it. Shy ults. There's the Randuins, trying to keep him slowed. CJ's just going for a really long chase. They're just tunneling for kills right now. They're just trying to brute force this so hard.
Shy
Yeah, there was no reason for SKT to loop into the blue buff and try and take it, because if you should be able to understand that CJ's goal is like, okay, we had that big fight, we just picked up our 4th dragon, hey, maybe we have time to look over for Baron, instead of, and SKT was reading that really well. It's like they had that in mind, but like you have to expect them to be showing up at some point. You can't go for that deep ward. Just get a ward facing the blue, you don't need it in the brush, just to see them approach blue buff, and then you're good. Not approach blue buff, Baron. And then CJ is able to then push this back out, swoop through the jungle, and get vision down on Baron. So both sides have the Baron area warded. But CJ has more deeper vision.
Even in that last fight, too, you can see that Bang was trying to deal damage to Shy, but Shy's damage return with the Thornmail was so huge that they were taking about even damage in terms of percent of their HP. Really, really hard thing. Well, Shyvana just continued to survive the game.
Yeah, now this Shyvana has reached a point where she just can't be killed. Thornmail, it's Thornmail with a smite. It's just hell to be an AD carry. It's just too strong.
Actually switches with Marin to get him back in position. Now life goes back in on the bank. Shy comes in, doesn't hit anyone with his ult, but he's still a huge threat. Marin gonna get taken out in the back lines.
Marin gets zoned. The game is fairly over, so they just, so they get a pick onto Marin. They turn for Baron. Tom's just trying to... Tom is kind of just wandering. You have to try. You have to try. Yeah, you have to try, but you're up against a Nunu with smite and a you have to beat 2 smites and a consume. That's like 3,000 damage. I don't know how much damage consume actually does. Probably 2,500. And then yeah, SKT or CJ's just gonna push this in. They got Baron now finally, and they're just so tanky. Do so much damage. Okay, so they didn't finish it. They took top inhibitor. They just stay grouped. Dragon's up in 56 seconds. Looks like they forced Marin back, but they don't take any summers off of him. So right now, CJ's just trying to... There's a tower, so they're going to try and push up mid a bit. Dragon's up in 30 seconds. So they're going to use this Baron buff. It looks like they're going to try and take this tower. Maybe force the inhibitor. Then all they have to do is just fall back. Oh no, it's an open nexus. What am I talking about? They can just go end it. That's game. Okay, so rush that in the end, but yeah. Tom was really unspectacular in this game. He fed a lot. Man, no one's joining me, but that's fine. It's going up on YouTube at some point. So Tom just didn't do anything that game. Really. He had like the one early gank, which is good, but then like he could have he engaged really badly. He didn't really he held on to his ultimate for way too long in some cases. The Vladimir pick just didn't really gel. Like I don't think it was any fault of EasyHoon. I just felt it's just with the disruption of Hecarim and Gragas, there's just like no way for Vladimir to get a huge ultimate off to really amplify the damage. And then Urgot was able to snowball and get tanky. Shy exerted so much pressure on that Shyvana. Marin delayed his Trinity Force build, which just like really hurt him in terms of trading, and that just gave Shy the ability just to always out trade and always be out pushing him when Hecarim really needed the damage from Trinity Force in order to duel and kill people. So that's my read on game one. That's my read on game one. So anyways, I gotta go get some lunch. I'm gonna finish up the other games when I come back.